Jinal. I'm Senior Program Manager at Microsoft, and I work for Dynamics 365 CE from last 10, 12 years. Yeah, here today I'm going to present on right. So today my topic is Power Pages. As everybody have heard that we have introduced a new low code, no code platform to build a website. And we are introducing this into our Power Platform family. So as you can see on this slide, till today, Power Platform is providing a low code, no code, pro code platform for all our citizen developer or developer who wants to build business applications using Power Apps. If they want to draw the data analytics, they can use Power BI. If they want to automate their business processes, they can use Power Automate. And then if they want to build a communication channel using the Power Virtual Bot, they can do so using a low code, no code platform. Till now, if you have heard before, the earlier we were calling Power Pages as a Power Apps portal, and Power Apps portal requires a very code type of skill who can code, who that person can configure it. But with introducing these Power Pages into our platform, we are filling that gap to bring our citizen developer to build any complex solution they want into our platform. So what is Power Pages? Power Pages is an enterprise-grade low-code, no-code platform to build complex, responsive website for administrator, and then also as well as also you can present that website to your worldwide customer. So what is Power Pages? Power Pages is just a superset of a Power App. So what we are calling as a Power Pages equals Power Apps Portal plus plus. So I wanted to show you the difference between Power Pages versus Power Apps Portal. So the first thing Power Pages gives Power Pages is as I said, it's a superset of a Power Apps portal, and it's built on Power Apps portal, so that you don't have to change anything. So the customer worldwide who have built their website into Power Apps portal, they don't have to upgrade or update to that platform. They can continue using our existing platform to enhance further their website. It's just we are bringing a new way of customizing your website or enhancing your website so that your low code or a citizen developer can also do that by themselves. And the customer and partner who are implementing the Power Pages today, they don't have to stop their project or cancel their project. In fact, they can continue and leverage all these enhanced features we are bringing in. So how we build the website, any organization where you go who are utilizing our Power Platform, they most of the time have a Fusion team. So how this Fusion team is built in any organization is they have a low code maker, then they have pro code developer, and then they have a site administrator or an IT administrator. So let's have a closer look and look on how this each persona can play a role to build the website. So low code developer, they can use our platform where everything is seamlessly and easily available for them to build the website. They are the persona who are mostly interested into the branding and putting the right content into the website, and traditionally those key business users have to rely on IT to change any content. As an example, on a website, if I'm running a promotion, I wanted to show that particular picture or particular person, particular that the text which I wanted to show it to my end users, now they can do by themselves. The pro code developer, they can use our own they can use their own Visual Studio Code or GitHub or DevOps to do their deployment, and then IT administrator who are responsible of giving a right permission and right security role to their users. They can do so using our low code no code platform. So let's go deeper into how this each persona can leverage our platform using some of the features. So as you can see on this screen, homepage and gallery is our first landing page of the Power Page Designer Studio. This is an intuitive interface that enables low-code maker to build and configure the rich business web application. Then we have we have a Learn Hub. This Learn Hub will provide you all the content which Microsoft creates for our end user to learn about our platform. So there are videos, there are documentation, community blogs, all of these. They can access it directly from here to learn and implement in their organization. Then we have a template hub. So this template hub will provide them a pre-built template gallery. So Microsoft will also build some pre-built template which they can leverage, or a partner who wanted to build the template, they can do so in the organization. If they have a developers, they can also build a template and make that available to their citizen developer to get a head start so that they can start building their website. So Pages workspace is where they can seamlessly or easily modify the content, define the branding, define the color, and so on and so forth. Then styling workspace is the where you define all your stylings, which how the color should looks like into your entire website. What are the fonts? How it looks like, the button, the spacing of the each component. All of these you can define, and at a time you can define 30 different types of styling to apply to different web pages. So now with the pro developer, so if I'm a developer and if I know how to code the website, I can come into this platform and I can use the inline editing feature to directly edit the code, and you can and I can see the result on the top, how it looks like. Then if I wanted to customize more using a liquid template, or if I wanted to build a PCF control, if you are aware about the PCF control, which is another great feature Microsoft have brought into Power Platform, where you can build any component as you like, whatever look and feel you want to have to build that component, and that component can be used into your Canvas app, your model driven app, and that component can also be leveraged into your portal as well. So if I'm a developer, I wanted to build my own control, I can build using the PCF, and that component framework has a seamless integration with the VS Code extension capability. That's where I can also define my CSS and web APIs as well. So if I wanted to write a complex business logic into my website using a web API, I can do so. And then lastly, as a developer, obviously I wanted to maintain my source code, and also I wanted to use the DevOps to build my release pipeline so that I can do a deployment into all the upstream system. So that functionality is also available now in the portal, so that all your code will sit into GitHub, and you can leverage Azure DevOps. So as a site administrator, mostly I am interested into identity provider and authentication. So with identity provider and authentication, where out of the box we have some very well-known identity provider like Microsoft, Google, Twitter, LinkedIn. You can use that to configure it in a few clicks, and when you configure that, anybody who is visiting your website, who are your external users, who they wanted to log in into your website to get further information, they can do so using their own identity provider rather than creating a new identity. Then as an administrator, I wanted to give right permission and right authentication to my external users, so I can easily do that from here. Then Dataverse table. So as you know, the Power Pages or Power Apps portal behind the scene use the Dataverse as a database to surface the data. So when we are surfacing data to anonymous user or external user, we wanted to make sure that we are giving them a right permission, and that permission, table level permission, all what kind of CRUD operation they can do, they can define here. So with that, as you can see in our Power Platform, it completes our family and it completes this full circle for any organization to build any complex solution into our platform. Any questions from anyone? No? Yes?
Example use cases for Power we're building a website for internal usage or what we do on it.
So yes, certainly, very good question. So web using a web pages, you can build your website to anonymous user just to come and see, to get some knowledge article or to understand what your business is doing. You can build a website for your internal users, employee who wanted to log a case, as an example. They can go into your website and log in as an internal user. There is a AD connectivity is also there. So you can log in into the portal and they can raise the case and they can follow up from there. The another example is if you want to surface an FNO data, like if you have a customer where you wanted to show invoices to your customer, that customer could be outsider, which we are calling as Azure B2C type of customer or external customer. So that's a third person on the website, which also can log in, and we can surface those FNO data via the virtual entities into the portal so that they can see their invoices.
How do we sync it? Like if you're changing something in the
So the virtual table is a concept where the data reside into an FNO. We are just fetching that data in real time. So for that, you don't need to build any integration or anything. If you have FNO has a OData endpoint, so you just configure OData endpoint into the Dataverse, and that way the data will be available in the Dataverse, and through Dataverse, we can surface that into the portal.
Do you have any website which is up and running?
Oh, we have a lot of website, and if you have done the COVID vaccine, book your COVID vaccine, that is on our Power pages on Power Apps portal.
Now trial, right? The main, it's a nice product, but the main issue I have with it, I don't have much.
No, so this is actually not a completely new product. I mean, before we release the Power Pages, we have a product called Power Apps Portal. That Power Apps Portal present for many years in our platform. The problem with that Power Apps Portal is that only developers can build that website. So now we are rebranding that and we are enhancing our platform and calling that as a Power Pages. for a low code or or a citizen developer to build the website. And with that, the licensing and nothing will change. It will be as it is.
Okay, but on the power pages, license. This is for external users.
Yeah.
So let's say I want to build a website for 1,000
External users. Yeah.
how much me or the customer will need to pay for it?
So I don't remember the packages on top of my head, but yeah, there is a packages available where you can purchase the external login users as well as whoever is visiting a website. You have to pay for that as well. So there's a per page view is also you have to purchase as a license. So let's say, as an example, you build the website where users are not logging in, but you are just showing the information or displaying the information or collecting some data. As an example, contact us, and that contact us become a lead for you. So for that, nobody have to log in, but somebody is visiting your website. So when they visit the website, they have to pay the license. That's a very minimum license, but yeah, you have anybody who is visiting the website, it has to pay. I mean, not the external user, the whoever is building the organization. So, sorry, last few slides I will spend on showing overall capability of the Power Pages on how you can build the website. So with these Power Pages, you can build your website with the picture perfect, responsive, and multilingual sites. So you can use a Bootstrap as well to beautify your website and make it responsive. As a platform, we have a pre-built template which you can start with, or you can start as a blank. And as a platform, we make sure that your website is responsive. So your customer, whether they are accessing from tablet or from mobile or from browser, they get a same result. Then the third thing is that we in a Dataverse we have a 45 base language. That base language will be supported into your Power Apps portal as well. So if you want to launch your website to worldwide, where you wanted to show your website in a different languages, you can do that as well without doing any integration. And then lastly, you can host your website wherever your Power Platform or D365 is hosted. So if my business is mainly in Australia, I can host my website into Australia. With the Power Pages, we are more bringing surfacing Dataverse data easily with a few clicks, so that you don't have to recreate whatever you have already created into the Dataverse. So if you have built a Canvas app or model-driven app, you would know that for any entity, you have to design your forms, design your views to show how it will looks like. So when you design all of that, you don't have to recreate those when you are building your website. If you have similar requirement, you can resurface those components with a few clicks, and it will be available into your website and it will show. If you want to create a new view, let's say as an example, I wanted to show a list of invoices, but I wanted to show with a limited number. As an example, I wanted to show just past 1 month, and that view is not available. Then you can just with a few click, you can create that view directly from this interface rather than going into the Dataverse and creating again. Mm-hmm.
Regarding the security of data which is shown on Power Pages. So if we are exposing virtual entity data on Power Page, what are the security frameworks which can go through?
Yes, so any entity in the Dataverse has whether it's a virtual entity or a physical entity, you can leverage Dataverse security framework, where you can define user level security role, where you can say that this user for this security, they can only read, or they can do write, or they can do create. So it's basically use a Dataverse security platform. And there is a one little more topic coming up in overall security, how we are securing the data into the Dataverse. Then you can extend to multiple audiences, as we have talked about earlier, that you can launch your website to external users. That can be internal user and external users. And when external users are logging in, you wanted to log in them via the Microsoft account or LinkedIn account or Facebook account. You can configure that using this interface. If you want to also implement an enterprise identity provider like ADB2C or Okta or OAuth0, etc., you can also do so. And enabling self-service, you can also, there is another thing you can do in the website. If you want to enable the website for somebody to self-register themselves, you can do so. And with the security framework, you can define what are the types of user can do self-registration. Then also you can enable certain data as an anonymous user. So as an anonymous user without logging in, if I wanted to see certain information, you can configure that level security as well. Then with the profile management and security model. So when I log in into the website, I wanted to manage my profile. And for that, I don't need to go anywhere, or for that, you don't, as a developer or as a maker, you don't have to build anything. This is something comes as a product where user who are logging into their website, they can easily manage their profile. They can change their picture, they can change their password, they can update their latest information. If the email address has changed or phone number has changed, they can do so. And as a user, I can also connect my identity, which is, as an example, a Facebook account, which I wanted to use to log in into your website. You can also do so. And the Dataverse security, which I was talking about, and as an administrator, where I'm controlling who access what, that also can be done from this interface. And then pro developer extensibility, mostly we have talked about here, nothing new. But yeah, as a developer, if I wanted to use this platform to build website, you can do so. As a Microsoft platform, with this website, you can easily integrate with other Microsoft services. So the first one is the Power BI. So if you have a Power BI report or a dashboard which you wanted to surface to your end user or customer, showing that how your company is progressing, you can seamlessly do that. It's just a few clicks to show your Power BI report into your website. If you want to use a SharePoint or Azure blob as your document storage, you can also do so. With this new release wave 2, we are bringing another feature for document storage. If you are familiar with Dataverse, already have a column type as a file, which you can enable it into any table, and that will allows you to store the file. This particular feature is not available for a portal. Now you can enable that for a portal, so that if you don't have a SharePoint or Azure blob, you can store your file in the Dataverse itself from the portal. And then lastly, it is integrated with Azure application inside. So Azure application inside will help you to see your end user usage telemetry. So often organization want to know that where exactly my user is spending maximum time into my website. And that type of information they can get it from the Azure app inside, so that they can enhance more. If you want to know that my end user is trying to find certain KB article and they were not able to find, and they were going this click to that click, all of this telemetry will be available into Azure app inside, so that you can analyze it and further enhance your website. And that's it. End of my presentation. So the last slide is all the quick link for you to learn more about Power Pages. Thank you.
Just ask you here, Jinal.
If anybody has any questions for Jinal.
Yeah.
Do we have any way, like, being just like developer, can we get some, trial license and do some hands-on?
Yes, it's a 1 month license, free license is available. You can spin up the Dataverse, and with the Dataverse 30 days trial, Power Portals is also available.